Hello everybody and welcome back to Doing Hawaii. I am Charles, your host, and in this channel update we're going to go over a few things and we're going to take you out to the orchid garden to talk about it. And as you can see here, this hapu fern has decided that it wanted to use one of its branches as a gate to the orchid garden. And it's been raining, so before we lift this up, let's shake it off. Don't want to get water dripped all over me as I go under. And we are now into my secret orchid garden. Last time we were in here, we had a couple orchids that were in bloom. And this was one of them. It's the Catalina, however you pronounce that. Very beautiful white with purple. Those blooms have, of course, died and fall off, and well, so we gotta wait for next year for some more. And of course, the other one, which was in bloom, which was this one up here, had a very beautiful lavender purple flower. And as you can see right here, that flower actually is still attached and hasn't fallen off. And the reason why is because I decided that I was going to hand pollinate the orchids. I figured I've never done it before and it was be a great experiment, so we're going to share that with y'all. So I hand pollinated this particular orchid. Oops, trying to get a good footing here. And as you can see right here, this is where the seed pod is going to be, where the ovaries are, and it has started to swell a little bit. It'll get bigger as time goes along, but this particular stem will stay where these were where the other flowers were located. They have fallen off. So this pollination has taken. So, and if I remember correctly, and I'm not sure if I do, I think this was the one that I cross-pollinated with the white one over there. So we got the white one cross-pollinated with the purple one, being the white one providing the pollen. And so I don't know what we'll come out with, but we'll find out soon. Well, it's going to be about a year. So anyway, so that's just the orchid updates. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about was in one of the previous channel updates, I mentioned that Monday, which was last Monday, I should have my test date for my FAA Part 107 unmanned aircraft pilot license. And it has taken 3 days to get that information. That is a story within itself that I will share, because I think I'm going to do a video on my process of getting this certification. Been relatively easy, but we'll get into that in a different video. Anyways, so I do have that date, which is next Monday, April 29th. I will be taking the test and hopefully passing it with no problem. Here's the purple anthurium, and it is just loving it out here. As you can see, it's got all kinds of new little blooms. We got another little new bloom coming up there. I think last time I showed it was 3, and we've got 5 now. And you can see this one little leaf. Something ate half of the leaf, but only half of the leaf. So I guess it made it sick, and it decided it didn't want any more. So that one's doing beautiful. As it gets bigger and older, I will probably propagate it by taking it apart and planting it in different places. But also in the orchid garden, I have added a couple other things. I was going to keep it just orchids, but I decided, no, we might as well add some other stuff. So I've added these things here, which are really cool. They're from another part of the yard, and they have taken very well and beautiful, and they're adding another color. This is one of my favorite, this purple one. And what's really cool, as I'll show y'all real quick, is as you can see, oh, we got a nice little buggy there too. They are hydrophilic or hydrophobic. No, hydrophilic means they shed water. Hydrophobic means it attracts water. I don't know, whichever one of those terms. But you see that right there in the middle, that's water sitting on top of the leaf. And if I do this, well, the water normally falls off. Okay, maybe that's not water after all. I don't know. But the leaves don't get wet. I've watched the water roll right off of them, and of course, I want to try the experiment, and it fails. But that's okay. So that's pretty much it. Monday, 29th, I will be taking my test. And I tried to pollinate some of these too, but I don't think they took. I don't know if I got them right. However, I do have a new bloom right there, and we're going to be pollinating it later and see if we can get it to take. This plant, though, I don't really need to produce seeds. I can just pull a piece off and stick it somewhere else. Like, for example, right here. I've done that right here, and this little piece right here is new growth. So, and oh, it looks like this one's gonna shoot up a spike already. I don't see why but from what I learned, or what, from looking at some other videos that are online, is that if you stress out an orchid, it will trigger a bloom because the orchid thinks it may be in danger of dying, so it wants to reproduce. So what I've done out here, though, is I've actually split some more, and I've placed them different places. So I've got them literally everywhere, like right here. And this is one actually someone else sent over to me. It's a spider orchid. It came in 3 pieces. And I've added this one here. This one wasn't doing so well where it originally was, so I moved it because I've determined, or I've learned that some orchids like more light than others, and some like drier and versus wetter, and I just kind of put everything out here willy-nilly, so to speak. Oh, I put another one down here too, willy-nilly, so to speak, and didn't really take that into consideration too much, which I should have. But so I'm trying to rectify that now. So I also got over here that spider orchid. I said I pulled off into 3 pieces that was sent to me. I got a piece over here, which so far it looks like it's doing okay. And a third one, where was it? Oh, the third one. So 1, 2, and of course the third one over there. So we'll see how well that takes. I guess that's it. Oh, back to the drone pilot license. So once I take my test, apparently within 48 hours of taking the test, pass or fail, the results will be available. If I pass, which I need a 70% or higher, and there are 60 questions on the test, I will be given 2 hours to take it, but in my practice test, it's taking me about 40 to 50 minutes to complete. So, but once basically the test is graded and uploaded to the FFA, I will get my test results. If I've passed the test, I will be able to download a temporary flight certificate, which will allow me to fly the drone in a commercial venture and be fully licensed to do so, which is exciting. If I fail the test, I obviously will not get that temporary certification, and will have to wait 14 days before I can retake the test. So, once I pass and I get my temporary certification, it can take, I think, 6 to 8 weeks, they said, to get my actual plastic card, license card, like a driver's license, but it's just for the certification. 4 to 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, whatever that is, something like that. But I will be able to fly before then. So, Monday I take the test. I should know by Wednesday, Thursday at the latest of next week if I passed. And if I did, I will have my certification. So you know what that means. Within days of getting that certificate, I am going to have some videos for you. Okay, that does it. I'm out of here. Y'all have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening.